and welcome back to my channel, you lovely people. So for today's video I'm going to do a get ready with me. I've been craving filming this for the longest time. I've just freshly got out of the shower, washed my hair. Oops, that's going to annoy me. Yeah, I've just had a shower, washed my hair. I feel all fresh and clean, and I poured myself a lovely glass of vino. It's Friday and I'm craving a glass. I'm actually going out tonight, nowhere super fancy, just going to the Million Carter with Million Carter, that sounds so chavvy. Million Carter, darling. I'm off to the Million Carter with some people from work. Does anyone else like consider their work friends like their best friends? I feel like age like has no concept. Like when you're in school and college, you're like, what year are you in? Or like you can't imagine yourself being friends with like someone your mum's age. This is a Gusa, in case, I think it's called a Gusa. G-U-A-S-H-I, I think, no, or S-H-A. It's basically lymphatic drainage, and I just like to do it before my makeup, especially before I'm going out, because I just feel like it really like drains your neck and your jaw, and it also feels so good on the back of the neck. But yeah, I've been craving doing a get ready with me, and I said, I don't know if you remember, like a while ago, it was actually when I cleared out all my Elixir drawers, that when I cleared them out I'm going to buy like luxurious skincare and stuff and makeup, and that's when I'll film a get ready with me, and that was like 3 months ago. So this is well overdue because I've been craving it. So yeah, I haven't done my skincare yet. As I said, I'm fresh at the shower. All I've got on is some eyelash extensions, so I'm going to do my skincare on camera as well. So my moisturizer, the base I always use, is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. This is amazing. It did cost a bomb because I bought it with the eye cream, but it's just so good and it feels so good for your skin. Like right now my skin feels so dry. Obviously I'm fresh out the shower. Most of us have hot showers, which is not the best for our skin or hair. It just, you can't beat a hot shower. So my skin feels really dry. However, when I put moisturizer on, I put self-tan with it. I would say I put the self-tan on every other day. I don't do it every day because I probably look orange, but I have just put another layer of my Bondi Sands tanning water on, so I just want to add a bit of tanning drops as well. So I just use this like random Real Techniques dual fibre brush and just put it in there like that, and then I use this MAC makeup, what would you call this, like makeup tray? There's definitely a name for this, but yeah, I just whack it on there, and then I take my Sienna X concentrated tanning self-tan drop, and I literally just push it in like that and plop it on and mix it in like a little potion, and that is basically how I keep the colour of my tan on my face. I do not like to use the like tanning mitt that I use on my body on my face. Obviously that's really unhygienic. I even don't like putting them tanning mitts on my body because like you can't wash them, I don't think, so I like to buy a new one like every month or two. Yeah, I just blend it in like this, and this moisturiser smells amazing and it just feels so good on your skin and makes you look really glowy. I feel like there's nothing better, right, than finishing work on a Friday. Maybe not a Friday, let's say a Thursday, because it's not normal to fake tan on a Friday, but to finish work, you've got your tan brewing. It could be instant tan, like you could be letting your tan bake for the night out and just sitting down and doing your makeup. Like I don't think I could ever actually do my makeup on a desk or like on a what's it called, not a desk, dressing table. Yeah, I don't think I could ever actually do my makeup on a dressing table, just because I love sitting on the floor. I don't know what it is. Even like when I go to people's houses, which sounds weird, like I like just sitting on the floor. That might sound really weird, but I just feel like sitting on the floor is really cozy. Yeah, I'm just putting on the Charlotte Tilbury eye cream, which again feels amazing. I always like to put this on especially before makeup, as I feel like it stops your eyes from creasing. I'm just going to wipe my fingers because I don't want them to go orange. From the self-tan, I'm just going to let that sink into my skin, and then I'm going to add the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum Crystal Elixir. This stuff is amazing. If you want super glowy makeup, this is your best friend. It is like no other. It's like a liquid highlight kind of for your face, but it's also got like obviously the vitamins and the skin benefits, and it's not like super glowy. Like I've seen some from, I think it's like Iconic London, where they're literally like a highlighter on your face, whereas this is a little bit more subtle. But I just feel like paired with the moisturizer, It just makes your skin look so glowy. I feel like as well, like when I'm out and I just see like a girl with that makeup on and her skin's like really glowy and fresh, you just feel like she looks expensive, do you know what I mean? Like you can tell she smells good, that kind of vibe. So I put this one on with my fingers. I do have clean fingers, just pop it on like that, blend that in. I just feel like you look really glowy. We love that. I feel like since my last Get Ready With Me, I have changed how I put my foundation on as well. I recently discovered that less is more. I think it was summer. I went to a brunch with my friends and I said to Meg, can I borrow a foundation, like a light coverage one? And basically since then I haven't looked back. So I bought the Nars Natural Radiant Foundation and it is amazing. I used a cake on foundation. I would wet a beauty blender and literally like squirt like maybe 3 or 4 pumps and like proper cake my face in it, and I just found like it just sinks into my lines. Like these lines here, obviously I'm getting older, I need to start like taking care of my skin, and especially under my eyes as well. I just found everything was sinking in and that I would look sometimes worse with makeup on. So yeah, Meg said to try just like 1 pump and use a brush and blend it out that way, and since then, which was summer, I haven't looked back. It is life-changing. So yeah, I used the Nars foundation in the shade Barcelona. This is like the perfect fake tan shade. I just pump 1 or 2 pumps onto my palette and then I wet this with the Primark Primal water. I've had this for like I think 2 years. When I first started YouTube, one of my first videos was Primark makeup. I don't think the video is public anymore because I think I was so embarrassed that I hid it, but this stuff is so good. It's literally just water basically, and I just spray it and like wet the brush so it has a bit of moisture, and then it blends out so nicely, and then I blend in with the beauty blender because I find sometimes the beauty blender makes it like really thick. I don't know why I just explained all that before I've done it, but yeah, that is basically my new trick, and I just feel like the skin looks breathable, especially with all the moisturisers and stuff underneath. I just feel like it looks more like skin and like glowy, do you know what I mean? It feels so nice to be actually filming again. I forgot to say in my most recent video, if you haven't seen it, when I was talking about like some health stuff has happened recently, I forgot to say about my smear test, because in the UK you have your first smear test when you're 25, I believe. However, I'm not 25 yet. I'm 25 in March. I must have got the letter about 2 months ago, maybe. Yeah, it must have been about 2 months ago to book it in, which I thought was amazing, like that they're so on it, the NHS. And I was so scared, obviously, my first smear test. I don't know if people watching this have had their smear tests. I'm guessing the majority. I don't know actually, I don't know my age demographic for my videos, I should probably check. But yeah, it wasn't bad at all, because I spoke to like obviously everyone I know who's over the age of 25, and I was like, how is it? Like, I'm so scared, because the brush, if you've googled it, I said to the nurse who did it, it looks like the like posh toilet cleaners. Like, have you seen them silicone toilet cleaners on like Amazon or whatever that are like all silicone? Like, they're not like the bristles brush, they're like unhygienic ones, like it's all plastic. Don't ask how my brain works, but I think it looks like the thing that they use for a smear test. Anyway, she was laughing, so I'm gonna take that one. But yeah, so I was told that they scrape the cervix. However, like, it was literally fine. Like, there was no scraping at all. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury contour stick, by the way. I got this the other day and it's so good. Finally got it in the shade medium deep, because it's been sold out for like the longest time because of, I think it was Madison Beer's Vogue video. Everyone wanted this, obviously, because she is unreal and she used it in her video, and it's finally back in stock and it is amazing. But yeah, when I spoke to people, they was like, oh yeah, it's you're scraping your cervix. That's how like they get the cells to test your HPV, I think it's HPV levels, or just to check if you've got HPV and also cervical cancer, because I believe now they check for HPV because they've noticed that that can link into cancer. I think that's what the nurse was telling me, because I don't know if anyone else is like this, but when I get a treatment, I just love to know like what's going on. Like, when I went to the dentist the other day, they did an x-ray in my jaw, and the dental nurse like had this really long like wire, kind of looked like an old telephone, and she left the room and was like beeping it, and then the dentist left the room, and I was like, wow, like, what's going on here? Like, why are you both leaving the room? I think it's because of the radiation. but I just found that interesting. Like, I just love to ask people, like, when they do stuff for me, like, what actually is the science behind it. I just love to know, like, the meaning of things, do you know what I mean? Sorry, but how amazing is this contour stick? I feel like it really adds some depth and some colour to your face. I feel like it looks really drastic, the difference between my face and neck on camera, but I swear it don't look that drastic in real life, because also I've got fake tan brewing, so let's just ignore that colour difference. Back to the smear test. Honestly, if you've got it booked or if you've just got your letter, it is literally fine. I wouldn't use the word scraping to describe it. I would just say the worst thing, which again wasn't even that bad, because I mean, I feel like we're so lucky in the UK to have all this medical treatment for free, and the fact that they can test us to see if we have cervical cancer, or like what do they call it, unknown cells, or like, what do they call it? Oh, my mind is literally blank. I swear, like, sometimes I'll be talking about something and I literally know everything about it, and then when I say it out loud to someone, I literally just go like, what was the word again? Yeah, the worst thing was, which wasn't even that bad, was when they put the speculum up here and obviously open you up, and I was so nervous, as you would be. She was like, you need to relax, like, I can't open you up. And I was like, I literally was crying, not like a sobbing cry, but just like an anxiety, like, you know, you like tear silently, like the tears were streaming, but it was like a silent, like, panic type cry. But yeah, as soon as that was in, she put the little brush thing in, twisted it, took it out, that was it. That was about maybe like 2 months ago I had the smear test, and I got my results back, I think it was 3 weeks ago now. It came back HPV positive, which was like so scary, because I opened the letter and it said the word positive, like, on the first sentence, and I was like, oh my god, like, you know, and your heart sinks, because this is the day that I had to go to the doctors for my C. diff. If you haven't seen my previous video, I was talking about that, and you know, and everything's just overwhelming. I just remember sitting in the doctor's room, like, I've just got this letter, it says I'm HPV positive, like, as well as this stomach issue going on, can you talk about this? Because I found the letter didn't really say much. I didn't really understand what it meant, because I was thinking, oh my god, I've got like cervical cancer, like, what is HPV? Because in the UK, again, when you turn 16, you can get the vaccine to protect you against cervical cancer. But yeah, the doctor said basically it's just something that can appear in your cervix, and not to worry too much yet, because it can just go away on its own, and you're supposed to have a smear test every 3 years in the UK, whereas because I got the letter saying I'm HPV positive, I've got to have one next year now. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with the girls watching. If you're scared of getting your smear test, please don't be scared, because one, it doesn't hurt. Yes, it might be like a little bit embarrassing, you feel like a little bit violated, but just think of it like, I wouldn't have known that I was positive for that, and that could potentially turn into cervical cancer. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's actually really scary when I think about it out loud. But I called my sister and she said that like a lot of her friends have had that test. The doctor basically described it as like a cold, like similar to a cold that they can come and go. I need to actually properly like research as to like how you can get it, because the doctor was saying it's like a cold. Yeah, I just have been very unlucky recently with my health. It's literally been one thing after another, but thank god I feel fine now. I forgot to say as well, I'm using the Maybelline anti-age eraser concealer. I love this one so much because I can't wear thick concealer under my eyes because it just creases. I did buy the Too Faced Born This Way concealer because I love that foundation. That's the one that I would always wear before I bought the Nars one. However, it's just too thick and it just creases under my under eyes, whereas I find this one doesn't crease at all, or like not half as much. Okay, now I'm going to set my under eyes with the YSL powder in the shade 2. This is really, really good. I love this powder. I just put it on with the Real Technique sponge. I feel like I've put way too much of that contour on and I'm really annoyed because it looks like my face looks really full coverage for some reason and really like ashy. Thing with these like squeezy things, isn't it? Like I always squeeze too much. I must just have like a really hard grip or something because I don't know what's going on. Also as well, I actually had a psychic reading done and it was so good. I really recommend anyone, if you're interested in reading or like the spiritual side of things, or even if you've like lost someone recently and want to contact them or like hear from them, it was just so good. Like, I've always been so intrigued by readings. Like, people around me, like friends and family, have had readings before. I know everyone has like their own experiences, like some have been good, some have been bad, but this lady was recommended by actually my hair extension lady, and she was so good. I think I paid, just get that foundation out my eyebrows because it's caked in there. I think I paid like £45 maybe, and it was 20 minutes, and it was so good. It was done by FaceTime because obviously of COVID, but you could go and see her, but she lives like quite far away from me. It would have been like a hefty drive, so I thought I'd just do it via FaceTime and see what happens. It was really good. She didn't ask for my name or anything beforehand. Like, she couldn't Facebook search me or Google me, because I know like a lot of people are skeptical with readings, saying that they can like just Google you and find out a lot by your Facebook, which like each their own if that's what you want to think. Some people might do that. Obviously they're not that genuine if they have to Facebook you, but this woman, like, I didn't even give her my first name or anything. It was just done all via WhatsApp. And yeah, so the first thing she said was, what's your name? So I told her my full name. She said, what's your birthday? So she wrote down my birthday and my age on a piece of paper, and then she was like, oh, you're a Pisces. And obviously, you know me, I love my star signs. When she said that, my ears pricked up. I was like, yes, I am. And then she was like, oh, you're very quick to, how did she word it, not judge, but she was like, when you meet someone, you know exactly what they're like. I think she said like, you have good, what is that word? My brain today, honestly, I feel like my brain every day recently. Good intuitive, or whatever that word is, basically saying that she thinks I'm a good judge of character, which, I mean, I'll take that. I literally do the same eyeshadow look every single day. It is just a random palette I've made. I think these are all from, is it Makeup Geek? Yeah, Makeup Geek. Let me get these out. Cabin Fever Frappe, and I think this is Chickpea. Yeah, Chickpea. These three colours are just my go-to. I feel like it just gives such a nice wash of colour for the eyelid. And I don't wear mascara at my bottom lashes. I haven't for like ages now, just because it doesn't suit me. I just put some eyeshadow down there. I can't remember the order she said things in, so I'll just say it as I remember. But she said, who lost their brother? My dad. My nan had two sons, my dad and my uncle. And before my dad was born, she had a stillbirth. And so obviously my dad's lost a brother, but also my granddad lost a brother. So I was like, oh, it could be my dad, it could be my granddad. She was like, oh, I'm seeing an uncle figure. So I was like, oh my god. I find it so interesting, because if he passed away as a baby, does the soul grow? Because I think I've heard that sometimes the soul grows, sometimes the soul doesn't. But to be an uncle, like, his soul must have grown for her to got that connection. I think she said I'm getting a grandmother figure come through, and that is the like what I wanted to hear so bad. I really wanted my nan to come through, because my nan, she passed away 5 years ago, last week actually. She was like my best friend, and she was like the best woman in the world. Like, I loved her so much, and that is what I really wanted her to come through. And she said that I think she said she just wants to say that she loves you, and honestly, my mind, I really wish I recorded it. I think she said she loves you and she's proud of you, something like that. And then she asked to read my palm, which was really cool. So I just held it up to FaceTime like that, and she was like, oh, I can see you're going to have 3 kids. And again, that is what I wanted to hear. Like, I just wanted to hear from my nan and to be told I'm having children, because that's like my biggest fear in life, is that I can't have children, because like all I've ever wanted in life is to have children. Like, I love children and babies, and the thought of being pregnant and being able to be a mother is like all I ever want in life. Sorry, I'm not saying what I'm doing. I'm using the Kylie Winter Kissed blush. This is like the best blush ever. It's really gorgeous, blue tone, matte pink. Yeah, when she said that, I was just like, whatever you say now, I can take, because that is all I wanted to hear. And then to make it even better, she said it was going to be 2 boys and a girl, and that is my dream. I really want to have 3 or 4 kids, and I've always said I really want a boy. To have 2 boys and a girl That is my dream. Like if I could write that, it would be that. I'm just gonna use the O for a highlight in Rodeo Drive. Can I speak? Rodeo Drive. But yeah, it was just really interesting. And then she said, you're gonna live a long life, you're gonna live to your 80, which is fucking cool. Who doesn't want to hear that, I guess? And yeah, she knew who like I live with. She knew really random stuff that you wouldn't know. And yeah, it was just like a really good experience. Like I really enjoyed it. I'm just gonna take my MAC Boldly Bare lip liner now. But yeah, it was just like a really good experience. Like if anyone is wanting to do a reading or skeptical about it in any way, shape or form, I think just do it, because it's just so interesting just to hear what they have to say. She didn't say anything super bad, which is good, because I don't think they actually would tell you like you're gonna die tomorrow or anything like that, like super bad. And then she also did a tarot card reading. This is all in 20 minutes, by the way. She did a tarot card reading on me, and then she said, do you have any questions? And I said yes. I asked her the question, and she did a tarot card reading on that person, and she told me stuff about the person. Oh yeah, she also said I'm gonna live, this was again like all I want to hear. She said, you're gonna live a really happy life, you're a very positive person, you're gonna be very happy, and you're gonna marry a sportsman, and I'll take that. Someone in the sports world. That's interesting. I was thinking like, who can that be? I'm just going to take my MAC lipstick in Sell Out. Also my makeup clear out drawers. I got rid of all my MAC lipsticks because they was all out of date, and I was able to get 4 free ones, because for every 6 empty MAC products you get a lipstick. So well, 6 times 4, that's how many lipsticks, MAC lipsticks, I had to throw away. It was so bad. But this is definitely my favourite one I picked up because it's such a nice pink. And it's actually so nice to put a lipstick on, because like I was saying in my video, I never wear lipstick, I always wear liquid lip or lip gloss. That is pretty much my makeup done. I'm just going to quickly gel my eyebrows up. I wish I did put a little bit less contour on, because I just feel like it does look slightly cakey, and that wasn't the look I was going for. I haven't even been drinking my drink. For my eyebrows, I just use this soap brow, and I just spray again some of the Primark water in there, and just take a little spoolie. If you are going to follow this routine or take my recommendation of the foundation, definitely do not cake it on with the contour stick, because I've just ruined it. But I just love the difference that soap brow makes. Like it just looks like you've had your brows laminated, which I love that look. But yeah, my makeup hardly takes me any time at all now. I feel like eyelash extensions are just the way forward now. Like I can't see myself stop doing them. Yeah, this is the finished makeup. It's really quick and easy, I feel like. I'm just gonna end it with some Morphe setting spray. I love the smell of this so much. It reminds me of when you're a child and there was this spoon that you'd feed your baby doll, and it had like, I think it was cherries on it, and it smells identical to that. If anyone knows what I'm talking about who's British, do they have them dolls in America? I don't know, but it smells so good. If I try and move away from the ring light, maybe you can see what it looks like a bit better. Like it does blend in to my neck, if you know what I mean. It's just because I'm sitting right in front of a bright ring light that it looks a bit drastic. But yeah, that is my makeup done. I really love the glowiness, and eyelash extensions are just my best friend, because I feel like it just makes life so much easier and you just look glam. I just realised I didn't put primer on, so that's brilliant. I love dry rosé so much. I love drinking it from these like big wine glasses. I think this is actually a red wine glass. Every time I drink wine I have to run down the bar and get these glasses, because I just love drinking from a big glass. There's nothing more I love than like getting dressed up, feeling so classy, like put together with friends, just having a catch up, a little glass of wine, some nice food. I feel like I definitely prefer them kind of nights, them going to the club, but then saying that I do love going to the club so much. Like there's a club near me and my cousin, in summer we was there every single weekend. We've made best friends with the bouncers, we've got them all on Instagram. They're just so nice there. I haven't been clubbing in ages and I'm itching to go, like I'm craving, but I'm literally busy every single Friday and Saturday of December. It's actually a lot. Like my liver this month is going to be put to the test, because every single Friday and Saturday I'm out drinking. I've got my work Christmas party my friend's Christmas party, my friend's birthday, a rave. I haven't been to a rave all year since COVID, I don't think. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also quite apprehensive because I haven't been to a rave in so long. And yeah, I've really enjoyed filming this, sitting down, catching up. I hope everyone is doing well who's watching this, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.